So. Hi guys. What's up? Start that. All right. Off to you, please, and then we'll take it.
All right. Well, our 10th ACC win, not a little deal. We're really happy with that. Really tough conference. All these games are really important and matter. And to come out and have 18 assists, which is the most we've had in ACC play, I'll rebound them. That's a pretty experienced group we played, and we've still got some moving pieces and moving parts. So fun to see them get better. Obviously, really grateful for the leadership of these two getting us through that. And number 10, on to the next.
Some of the best shooting all season. What contributed to that? Because you obviously got a lot of points inside, so you're getting good shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a couple things. First, it's this whole group of 5 had played together all last year, and then they play together, find their way, find their rhythm, and then they get a disruption, right, with the roster, and they've got to figure all that out, and then part of it is they've dealt with some disruptions throughout, and they're kind of settling in now. And part of it is that they're figuring out who can be successful when, So Anya did a good job ducking in. We did a good job trusting her inside. Deja's moving the ball better. I mean, it's kind of a combination of things, I think.
Jules Spear had 19 above the season average.
Yeah, she had 19. What's her season average? Well, in wins, she's averaging 20. Yeah, good. And in losses, she's averaging 10. And so we wanted to keep her, her plus minus being at negative 18 means that we did a good job, and we knew that was a key matchup. A very good player has to do a lot for that team, so we wanted to make sure that we didn't lose her. And for the most part, we didn't lose her. I mean, we made her make contested shots, or they were off overboard kickouts or whatnot. But for the most part, I thought we did pretty good.
Kennedy was on her most of the time, right?
Yeah, she was on. She'd do the individual matchup, and then we were really aggressive at the point of screen. So the posts, I think, were accountable to that responsibility because she gets a lot of her stuff in screening. And then when we switched over to zone, I thought our guys did a really good job communicating where she was. So yeah, it was kind of a full group there.
Deja, when you're feeling it like you were today, what are the emotions going through a game like that?
It's just fun. I mean, it's always fun to play on your home floor, have the crowd behind you, and I just thought we played really well collectively. I thought we moved the ball a lot better. So I think we all kind of got really good looks and really, open shots. We got the ball inside, and luckily they finished. And I thought Anya did a terrific job inside. But yeah, I think we all just moved off of each other really well today.
But that was your best shooting game of the season, and you had all the assists.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I felt good. My shot felt good today. I was due for one. I tried to live in the gym the past week. But yeah, we have a big week ahead, so this feels good going into this week.
I mean, when they start going in, do you feel like you're going to be more aggressive to try to score?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the mentality. Once I hit a few in a row, then it's like okay. But I also was just making plays. It was kind of whatever the defense was giving me. I was just making reads.
Anya, you made a lot of really nice plays inside. A big reason why you scored so many inside. What was working for you today?
I would say my teammates trusted in me. When I know that my teammates and my coach are like, you get the ball, you look to score, that kind of gives me the confidence, which I have the confidence in myself, but that instills the confidence in me to be like, okay, I got it, I can do it, so I'm going to make it happen. So,
I mean, I saw some plays today where I was thinking, I don't know if she makes that last year. Is that just hard work?
I mean, it's growth. I feel like I've grown a lot from last year, even my freshman year, in that just knowing that I'm able to grow every single day, every single practice, every single game, it helps me and it helps the team and it helps this program because not every day am I going to have the same job. So today, it was for me to get in there, bang, and score. And that's what I tried to do.
Are you, as far as weight room, are you stronger this season than you were last season?
Yes.
And it seems apparent.
Yeah, a lot stronger.
Well, and with that, how does that change the way opponents have to deal with it?
I think it helps me a lot. Just knowing that I am considered an undersized post. I'm not undersizing the heart, the strength, and just my ability. So knowing that I can get in the weight room and I can, get stronger, or I can get on the court and I can get faster, like knowing that I can be able to do that also once again helps my team and helps me get as far as we get.
Coach, I know you got 2 more big ones, obviously, before Greensboro, but everybody except Molly scored tonight, everybody except Molly goes to Poole, so good to see them. Contributions from everyone, sorry.
Yeah, it's a good pickup statistically there. Yeah, we talked about one of the keys was everyone was going to bring their piece, and that when you're undermanned, that has to happen. And I hope that now this experience should help them as we get healthier as we get closer to March. It's like they have valuable experience now. But yeah, everyone brought their piece, which is what these guys need. They don't want it to be their show; they want it to be our show. And when you've got Anya doing what she's doing, and you've got other young guys, Destiny being aggressive, it takes a lot of pressure off of Deja and Toddy, and that's important. So yeah, I was really happy they brought their piece. They're getting tired of getting close and not quite getting it, and so it's nice to see them turn the corner a little bit.
A question for Coach and either of the players that want to chime in. With it being the Black History Month celebration game, how was it collaborating with the Carolina Black Caucus? And as a coach, what does it mean to you to lead a program that puts social justice issues front and center?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm uniquely positioned because I think we play a sport that has some of the best diversity across the board, not just racially, but socioeconomically and interests and all that. And so we coach really unique people all the time from different parts of the country and whatnot. And if they are an example of what's to come in the future, we're going to be all right. Right? We know we've got some work to do as a country and how to handle unity. But with these guys as future leaders and how they treat one another and how they treat adversity we're on our way, right? So them wearing those shirts today, it was like, I'm really proud because they're the solution, and I see them every day. You guys get to see their good moments and their game moments. I see their prep moments. That's what kids are made of, right? And they're made of the right stuff. So yeah, it meant a lot to me.
What did it say on the shorts?
It was a quote that basically silence is, what does it say? There comes a time when silence is betrayal. Right? And so it's kind of like, not being an anti-racist is more important than not being racist, right? And just in general, like we're trying to make diversity important in work, right? That takes work. It doesn't take just being complicit and living with it. So yeah, it's an important month, and these guys are really great examples of all that's right.
Alyssa is still officially day-to-day?
Alyssa is literally day-to-day. We are hour to hour maybe. Yeah, we're getting there.
So playing without Alyssa these
Yeah.
past few games, how is that going to help you once she comes back with all the experience that everybody else has gotten as far as the chemistry for everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 2 of the guys that are going to have to make it work, right? Again, there's going to be a bit of a disruption because even though it's an addition to a kid we're used to, it's another shift for these guys. And so, it's knowing that what Alyssa brings is really consistent. We know what we're going to get from her, right? And these guys have enough experience to play through it. But I don't think I've ever had Kayla and Alyssa together very much, right? And then soon you'll get to see them together. And then you've got, an improved Destiny and Tiani and LAZ and people that have had really critical minutes. So, it just gives us more depth, gives these guys more of a reason to give their all. Hopefully she doesn't have to play 40 minutes. Hopefully, you can also get them a little bit fresher. But it's just a constant state of adjustment. We'll have to adjust.
And even without your leading rebounder, you out-rebounded Blake Forrest
Yeah,
today.
because everyone got 2, right? Everyone did their piece. I think Deja had how many? You got 5. Anya had 5. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Our rebounding had better be better with her back. Because I think we had gotten a little bit. So honestly, we got a little lazy. I think we sort of were like, well, Alyssa gets them anyway. And I think our rebounding is much better now. And so when she's back, she's still going to try to get them all. But these guys are going to take care of their matchup better.
Can you speak a little bit about the matchup on Thursday? Obviously, Virginia
It's going
Tech.
to be awesome. Yeah.
I
It's
think
a home
they've
game.
won 6 straight coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's obviously going to be a monumental challenge.
Yeah, we know them really well. They know us really well. It's been one of the very best rivalries in the ACC since the years I've been here. I mean, if you add up the number of games we played and the difference in point differential, I'm not into the stats like everybody else is, but it's very small. So our games are always very intense with them and close and battles and I know our guys are ready for it and excited about it. We will be ready for it, I should say. We're not going to worry about them until Tuesday.
Seems like 3-point defense is always big when you're playing them.
Yeah, well, they've got good post play, they got good guard play, they've got wings, they've got you know, they've got a lot of different things that they do well, right? Just like we do, and that's why these are two of the better programs, not only in our conference but in the nation. And then, so we know that it's a big week, and you'd rather be in big games than talking about them. So we're looking forward to being in it.
In terms of like momentum, obviously you guys had an incredible game day, like lights out shooting and all of that. How do you carry that forward? You know, some days like you're on, some days you're off. How do you like keep that momentum up going into the next game?
I would say that some days we're not going to be on. Like you said, some days we're going to be off, some days we're going to be on. I just think it's our mentality and how we carry each other through that. Knowing that not every single day is going to be the exact same and being able to adjust to that helps us a lot. Like in the long run, like Virginia Tech, like we know that they're a good team, but if something does happen, like we know that, we all have each other's back in the way, and like from top down, including starting with the head coach down to the last person on our staff, and that just helps us go day by day, and whatever happens, we just adjust to it.
One quick one. How's your shoulder? Are you feeling 100%?
Yeah, I'm good.
You 100% for state too? Thanks.
Anything else?
I have a question for Deja, actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you the same thing that I asked Coach. What's it like to play for a program that puts, these social justice issues front and center, that has all these special games and moments incorporated into the season?
Yeah, it's awesome because, it shows that they care, and it shows that these things matter, and for us to be able to vocalize that and showcase that, it means a lot. It means a lot to us as players because, sometimes there could be times where across the country, some players don't feel seen, student athletes don't feel seen, don't feel heard, in a variety of ways. But I think, with our program, our university, I think we do a really good job of showcasing that and valuing those things and valuing what really matters, and not just focusing on just us as athletes, but also caring about us as people.
Yeah, I was talking to Lily and Lee before the game, and one thing she said is, almost when you're here at UNC, you have almost an obligation to use your platform for good. What, have you, taken any thought into that in terms of, just your visibility as a UNC athlete?
Yeah, I definitely try to use my platform as much as I can for the better, just for growth, for change as well. I think I've used it pretty well, and obviously NIL has allowed me to greater opportunities too. But yeah, I try to use my voice as much as I can, just because I think it helps. I think across the board, across the country, a lot of collegiate athletes are as well. And I just want to use my voice. I don't want to be known as a person that doesn't speak up. And like our quote says, there comes a time when silence is betrayal. And I strongly feel that way. So I feel like as long as I use my voice, there will be change in someone.
Thank you, Deja.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.